Hey there, this is Malorian. We're now on to Game 5 of Cry Havoc. It's another one at 2400, and I'm looking pretty good. You know, I got 3 Massacre wins, 1 major loss, but I'm still up there, right, with like the top group. And whereas the other guys, undefeated, are going to be pairing off, if I keep on doing okay, I might end up okay as well. So this one here now is called Strike at the Heart, and it's kind of a adaptation of the Blood and Glory. Now, the way it works is that, first of all, characters will have hatred if they're fighting against other characters. They always have to pursue an enemy that breaks if they have a character. The main thing here, though, is that you look at characters, not standards. So when you're trying to figure out what your fortitude value is, your general is worth 3, BSB is worth 2, and then all other characters are at plus or worth 1, with your most expensive character being plus 1 as well. So it's all about killing the characters and all this type of thing, which is usually something I'm pretty good at. However, I have to really watch out because the way it works is that if you ever break, you don't lose automatically or anything like that. It's just that player gets an extra 750 points. Kind of a big deal, but for me, I only have 2 characters, right? I have my Anvil and I have my BSB. Really, if I lose any of those guys, I just lose, especially my Anvil. The Anvil, if I lose that guy, he is worth so many points, and I'll just lose the game. So I got to really be careful with him. Well, I won't lose the game. I'll lose 750 points, which is a big deal. The bonus ones for this game here is to capture and destroy all banners, which could be kind of tough. Never refuse a challenge, and to declare all of your magical gear before the game, which I'm never really, I have a problem with anyway. So there you go, and let's see what happens.
It's battle time.
Alright, so looking at his list here, he's going to have some Blood Crushers here. He's also going to have a Demon Prince. Now keep in mind, this is a Demon Prince, not a Warriors of Chaos Demon Prince. So he's scary, but he's not amazingly scary. This little chickie here is also going to be a Tzinch going around on a disc. And then over here, there's going to be some Screamers, a big unit of Demonettes that's going to be having a Herald in there, some Furies, a Skull Cannon, and then over here, another Skull Cannon, and some more Furies. Overall, over here, just trying to show what I have on this side, is I have the Quarrelers. We're using that thing as a building this time, so I can shoot them up. I got my BSB, and then as needed, I can hop into the building and start doing some movement shenanigans. I also have a cannon over here, which has a great line of sight to a lot of things, and really, it's only 90 points, so if these, Blood Crushers want to come over here and take it out, I'm fine with that, because I'm not many points, and I would love that to be going off this way. Meanwhile, this is how I'm deployed on the other side, and I'm really liking the deployments. I'm really liking how this is looking. Given the mission, I just have to really kill his Demon Prince, and then I win. That's normally what I'm going for anyway. One of the things that's going to make it hard, though, is that the fella here, Mitch, says that he watches my reports, so he knows my list, he knows my tactics. He very wisely deployed his Demon Prince. However, I really like how he's far away from my castle. I mean, he has the 2 cannons over here, which can try and shoot off my war machines and stuff. But overall, I like the fact that he mainly deployed on the other side of my castle here, so I can shoot him up. And I'm guessing the reason why he did this was to take advantage of the fence, take advantage of this building, and just kind of come at me at this one angle here. Swarm me with his chaff. But either way, if I play this smart, I should be able to win the scenario quickly, keep them off, and then really the hardest thing is going to be is how to deal with those Screamers before they get to me, and then the Demonettes. So I get first turn here, and it goes okay. It doesn't go great. I get some misfires that don't do too much damage, but the number one thing I do is I'm able to kill one of those skull cannons and also almost kill the one fury unit there on the right. There's one more model. That means that, hey, even if it gets to combat, I bet you my war machines could beat it anyway. But yeah, not too bad, destroying one cannon and a big threat first turn. I tried shooting at those screamers with my quarrelers, but I mean, come on, it's long range, they're skirmishers, they're toughness 4, I'm not really going to do too much. On his first turn, he returns the favor and destroys this cannon. So, first it's kind of bad because I lost the cannon, but it's also bad because remember, this was my bait cannon. I wanted him to come over here and go after it, but whatever, I should expect some losses. Otherwise, he's kind of coming at me here. He has the Demon Prince that is out in the open, but he realizes that, hey, at some point, he's going to have to kind of show himself. The Furies are there to protect himself. The Demonettes have kind of looked their way inward. But, for his part, he doesn't really get anything off in the magic phase, and we've already seen what his shooting did. On my turn here, I go and I shoot and I destroy the Demon Prince, and that's fantastic. Put a rock right on his head and kill him. And, not only is this great because, hey, I killed the Demon Prince, who's a general and had all this magic and all this stuff. It's also really big because, I also got another 750 victory points from the scenario. So, really good news. Otherwise, I put my unit inside the building. I'm hoping he's going to be going after it with his Demonettes because then they're just basically going the wrong way. Otherwise, things are just moving up. And I believe he hid the single fury behind the building there, so trying to just preserve the points. And so otherwise, yeah, I do like one wound onto his screamers there, but that's really it. On his turn, he charged into the building, and this is going to hurt because, quarrelers aren't that great in combat. However, the main thing is that now he's going to be stalled fighting me here. If it ever gets bad, I can always leave the building. Plus, I can now start moving my other units to try and counter them. At the end of his turn, it looks like this, and this is Operation Swarm. The single Fury has come out at me at the right. These Furies are here. He had also thought about putting the whole one on the disc after me as well, but again, then rethought it because that's now his only magic. So she's still hiding back there, but the Screamers are in my face. And yeah, in the combat there, he kills some of my guys. It's not too bad. My BSB killed his champion in a challenge. And that's really it. Again, I'm shutting down his magic phase pretty easily. Over here, my miners come in and they want to go and try and scare the flank. I really probably should have done it back somewhere else, but the other thing you can see here is I used the anvil on the screamers because, like I said, I could have used the anvil on myself to charge in, but if I use the anvil on the screamers, now they can't fly. They're like movement 2, and they're also blocking the skull crushers, blood crushers. And so with that in mind and going with this way, if I'm slowing them down, the miners really shouldn't have been over here. They should have been with my main line, but whatever. This is still good news. So overall, it looks like this. I was able to destroy the Furies that were in my face here, so I don't need to worry about any Furies at all. I decide I have enough guys in there that I can hold out against those Demonettes a little bit longer. Meanwhile, you can see how my forces are swinging in there, and yeah, it's just looking really good at this point. An organ gun misfires and explodes. Whatever. I'm still feeling good. Now, on his turn, remember, these Screamers were hit, and so, they could not fly. They were movement 2. He needed to roll like an 11 or something to charge these guys. Maybe it was even a double 6. He thought, hey, might as well go for it, because why not? And he got it. So this is bad news. I'm going to be losing lots of things. This is an expensive war machine, but what else can I do about it? It got through. It's now not going to be blocking the skull or blood crushers. And yeah, sometimes dice happen. Dice also happen in the fact with the way that the winds of chaos blow. Now, the first couple of turns, it was actually the Tzinch one, so it was going after all his guys too, but for the most part, it just did very minor damage. This time was the Nurgle one. He hits my miners, it doesn't scatter, and yeah, that's going to really hurt. Over here, though, this was fantastic. You know, he comes at me. All his guys get to fight. He has like 3 strength 4 attacks. And on average, that means that he has 12 attacks, 6 will hit, 3 wounds go through, and he'll kill the machine. Luckily for me, he goes under average, only kills 2, and I'm stubborn with my war machine, so I hold, which means now I can counter these guys, and instead of them killing this war machine, killing another war machine, I now have a chance to stop them. In the challenge, in the building, he goes after me with his little herald here, and my BSB kills her, so quah! I'm just thinking to myself that quah is the wrong sound for a Thane. Probably just the thump. Yeah, there you go. There's a better sound for a Thane. Either way, this is how it looks at the end of his turn. He is paying no respect to my miners because, yeah, they're like more than half dead. So the Skull Crushers are waiting to do more damage. He also brought up the Flying Chick just to try and do more damage to me. I can see here on the right, I actually hadn't killed that last little, I can't remember its name right now, the little flying silly thing. I had actually planned to kill it with the other Orkin gun, but that's the one that misfired, so I'll have to kill it the old-fashioned way. So on my turn, yeah, charge in, no big deal, get some points. And otherwise over here, I declare a charge with my great weapons onto her, her being the disc Tzinch's little flying lady. It's not too bad of a thing. What I want to do is get into its flank, and even if I fail, I can always use the anvil anyway. Over here, I've really taken a lot of losses, so what I do is I come out from this side here, and I do it in such a way that, you know, the back of my formation is touching the building, but I can also go and see the building, so if they turn to face me, I can always go right back into it. Dwarves and buildings and anvil shenanigans are crazy. With the anvil and talking about shenanigans, I do get to charge her in the flank, and then I destroy her and go into the screamers. So that once everything is said and done, it looks like this. That last Fury is destroyed. I've killed one of the Blood Crushers. The Screamers were able to destroy my Grudge Thrower, but whatever. Got the points from all of them, and now I'm ready for a Skull Crusher charge. And he does not disappoint. He charges in here. And you know what? I know this is going to hurt, but hey, I'm a horde of great weapons. I'm going to hurt him right back. And, you know, overall, I should beat them. After everything is said and done, he kills a lot of me. I killed one of him. I actually thought I killed 2 of his models, but was not to be. He also puts his demonettes inside the building, and, you know, that's not too bad because, you know, they could have either reformed to look around or they could go in the building, and really going into the building was probably the worst of the 2 options because now I have to waste a turn leaving, and it's not like he has any shenanigans with the anvil to get charges after. Over here, I was going after his Skull Cannon. He decides to charge in, and I'm sure, you know, it's going to hurt the first turn here, but overall, actually, no, it's not going to hurt too bad, because this is me on my turn charging him with the anvil. So, you know, he has no impact hits, and I should be able to grind him down. After everything is said and done, he's lost a wound or so on the Skull Cannon over there. We're still grinding away. I thought again I'd kill one of his guys, but I was not able to. The miners, you can see there, are just kind of trying to do their thing and not die. On his turn, he comes out of the building, and this kind of scares me because I really need to deal with these Blood Crushers. I thought by now I would have beaten them and I could have ran away, but that has not happened. So my only hope is I can actually kill them before I lose those points. Otherwise, I'm still fighting the Skull Cannon. On my turn, I charge in the miners just to make sure I'm going to finish these guys off. And when everything's said and done, again, that Skull Cannon is not dead on the top, but the Blood Crushers are all gone. That's fantastic. And he is going to get into my warriors here, but whatever. I had to face those demonettes at some point. Now, on his turn, he charges me, and I decide my best chance is to maybe flee and then get away from combat. He catches me and kills a whole unit. But, looking back on it, I probably had a better chance just holding, because, hey, I'm dwarves. I know I'm probably going to lose combat, but I might hold normally. And then, hey, if I'm hoping to outrun them, hey, why don't I try outrunning them after I lose combat? So either way, he gets the points here, and that's pretty much the game, other than me destroying this skull cannon here as well. So pretty bloody, but I didn't really lose much in this game. So here's a last little view of what it looks like. And like I said, all he has left for the demons is that demonette unit. Everything else has been destroyed, and all I've lost is, well, the unit of the great weapons and the organ gun that exploded. So there you go. When we added it all up, it was a massacre win for the Dwarves. And you know what? This is a game I felt very good about. I mean, the games from the first day, I felt that I made a lot of mistakes. I had that pressure going in. I had the guy saying, like, oh, you're the best general I know. Well, apparently not. Apparently I'm just a big dof that just wins because of luck. But this game here, I felt that I had a very strong game plan and executed it very well. My opponent also played very strong, and that helped me feel like I did well in this game. But probably the little mistakes that I think that he made in this game was that the first turn rather, he shot my cannon, destroyed it. The next couple of turns, he was shooting at my anvil. Now, keep in mind that had he would have destroyed it right away, he could have got that 750 points, and it's really crucial, and it's worth a lot of points either way. But the thing is that the anvil is so hard to kill with shooting. You have to do the normal first stuff where you're actually hitting it, not misfiring, and then you have to wound, and it's not like, oh, I just need to do my 2+. Well, no, ever since the FAQ, long time ago, it's toughness 10. So cannons even need a 4+ to wound the thing, then I have a 4+ ward, and I have 5 wounds. So it is high reward, but I think it would have been a lot better for him just to be shooting through my other war machines and taking those off instead. But either way, that's the way it went down. Also, he fell for the trap for setting the demonettes against the guys in the buildings. And it's one of the things where I feel that that's my strongest game, is how I use my dwarves with buildings, in the way that I can draw guys in, jump out, use the anvil to jump out of the building and charge other things as I need, or shoot and jump back into the building. There's so many shenanigans you can pull. But either way, it was a great game. Mitch's demon army looked great, and I'm sitting very pretty now, because now after game 5, I have, what is it? It's 4 massacre wins, and then 1 solid loss. And looking at the other guy, the person that's now the person I'm going to be, hoping to catch, is that Bretonian player I played. He's been doing really well all the way through, but in this last game here, he only got a minor win. So now all of a sudden we're pretty damn close in points, and this last game could decide it all. And I'll tell you right now, this last game, it's a hell of a game. So we'll see you then, and bye.